Remember, the definition of an entrepreneur is entrepreneurs do more than anyone thinks possible with less than anyone thinks possible. A factor that distinguishes the great ventures from the average ones is their sense of urgency. There's no doubt that your new venture has less resources than your competitors. So one of your great advantages is to move quickly, to sleep on cots at the company, to have the company obsess on its success. One of the success factors we found is reasonable financings. That is, ventures will not raise too much money, that can be a problem, or too little money. That's always a problem. The venture's over when you run out of money, by definition. There's also a cultural factor that I found is really very important, and that's whether the culture of the company is one of missionaries or mercenaries. The long-term success seems to be more correlated with those who are on a mission as opposed to not. What do I mean by this? Well, a missionary has passion as contrasted with the mercenaries who have drive and paranoia. Missionaries are strategic. They're focused on the big idea or the partnership as opposed to just the pitch and the deal. A missionary culture understands they're in a marathon for the long run. The mercenaries figure it's a sprint. They're just going to drive quickly. Mercenaries obsess on the competition and create a kind of aristocracy around the founders. The missionary ventures focus on the customers, and they try to create a world where all the best ideas get on the table, a kind of meritocracy. And then you make a decision and go forward. Mercenaries care about the financial statements. The missionaries, the value statements. Those mercenary cultures are characterized by kind of lone, excellent people, as contrasted with the missionaries, where there'll be mentors and coaches and much more of a team spirit. In the mercenary cultures, there's kind of an attitude of entitlement, and everybody's kind of putting off their life, the deferred life plan, I call it, in an effort to make more money. The missionary culture is more of a kind of sense of contribution, where people they're stretched, no doubt about it, but they're trying to create a whole life as opposed to a deferred life and a life that works. It's the difference between the lust for making money and the lust for making meaning and money. And if you meet an entrepreneur and they say they don't really care about the money, I think they're not telling you the truth. But you can get some of both, and striving for both is the kinds of entrepreneurs and ventures that I want to back. I think you're going to be judged, and you're going to be effective or not effective based on your ability to listen actively and think critically, and speak on your feet. Above everything else, communicate. And there's a really fundamental reason why this is the case. I believe that ideas are easy. I want to tell you, I worship at the altar of innovation. But ideas, relatively speaking, are easy. Execution is everything. The salary doesn't matter in the beginning. It's what you're going to learn and how you're going to grow. And I think getting a strong and diverse foundation of experiences really matters. You should learn to carry a bag. By that, I mean sell. You should learn how to launch a product. You should learn how to work with a team and manage a number of people. If you can learn and make mistakes on somebody else's salary and budget, that can be better than learning in your own venture. And there's some great companies to learn from. However, when the time is right for you to step up to the plate and swing for the stands and start your own venture, I think you should do it, because talented people are always going to be in demand in this economy.